How did you meet Audrey?
Through you.
Through me.
And through my friend when I was trying to find a place to live after never needing to do that after 18 years and being separated. And me going through absolute chaos, like, what the hell is this? Trying to find the and then my friend said, "Oh, you need to talk to Mark because he'll guide you, he'll find you the best place, whatever." I said, "Okay, boop boop boop," and you're like, "Oh." Then you start asking these questions, and where do you want to live? My son, it goes to school here. This is where his friends are, and then you put me in touch with her, and I was a layer hot mess, and
You're lovely.
well, thank you, and that's it. I was new to this. I need to find a freaking place to live.
Yeah, you needed to find a place.
And I'm not used to any of that.
Yeah.
After 18 years of living in one space.
Yeah.
And it had to be, I have a kid, it has to be around his friends, it has to be in a certain location. I have a dog. Boy, was that a problem. But I'm a dog lover. And
why was having a dog a problem?
Because nobody wants to rent with that's another, well, you tell me. You knew that.
I know, she knows, but not everybody knows, right? And you
Oh
went
my
through
gosh!
This experience, so
well, you think this is a town of like dog lovers, and I am. I've adopted all 3 of my dogs, and you live in a home that your soon-to-be ex own. You don't take for granted how easy that is, but you see dogs coming in and out of that. And I get it. It's a huge,
It's an extra expense, and some landlords fear the damage that a pet can do and what kind of pet owner you are.
And right? Again, I'm coming in like, I've owned pets and I understand I'm a responsible pet owner, but I'm sure that there's horror stories out there. And,
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And I came right up front with, holy crap. Like, I'm an honest person. I've done this I am a good person. This is that. I wouldn't do that. And they're all like, I'm sure you've seen.
Yeah, and I've had problems myself as a landlord. I'm a landlord. I own investment buildings. So, I have some strict rules and criteria in renting. I accept pets. Yep, but I only allow 2 pets. I don't take 3 pets.
Oh, really?
I'm one of
You're
those guys.
horrible.
Well,
one would be fine. I'm not asking for put a kennel in here. Just one.
I thought you said you own 3 dogs. I was like,
no,
holy shit.
like one at a time. Like I know it is to be a responsible pet owner.
Yeah,
I don't want to build a kennel here. I have 1 dog.
Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
Oh, here we go. It's an American bully.
Bully.
So you say the word bull, and then it's going to be pit bull, all that stuff. Every dog has a breed of pit bull mix. They do. Look at them. It's not. If it's not a fluffy, poofy poodle, then they're going to look at him
it's
like.
It's not like Skipper.
He's a mix. He was adopted. He's an English bulldog. He's one of these fat bowling ball looking dudes.
Like from Tom and Jerry.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But people see him like, oh, look at those big jaw. But again, I understand, but I was thrown.
Shocking. It was shocking for you. That was a shocking process.
I was thrown into a situation. I was like, holy crap. Take me at my word. And then you have the application, and then you guys are just meeting me, and I have like layers of hot mess of what I was going through. And then I'm in a temporary situation, which is not a comfortable.
You're doing Airbnb.
Yeah, Airbnb. And it was just, but you listened to me. I cannot be the normal clientele at all whatsoever, at all. She never flinched. And it's like you were like a psychiatrist, a bartender. Like I'm texting like, well, what? And then the application comes up. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I have to do this.
So tell me, what's the 3 best qualities that Audrey brought to the table for you? You said she was your psychiatrist. I'm assuming she wasn't serving you a drink.
Know.
I'm assuming she was like psychiatrist / bartender. That was like one role.
She just listened to.
There was a couple nights where I was like, Erin, cook a glass of wine.
She goes,
I'm
it's
sorry,
okay.
this is so stressful.
It's okay, I get it. She absorbed my information probably more than she needed because again, this is all new to me.
Yeah.
She didn't judge me. She also knew that what I was looking for. And no matter how many times she took me this way or that way, she says, maybe let's, it's okay. I get it. Let's take a breath and maybe it's okay. We'll look at this again. Or, she very quietly, kindly, without ripping her hair out, really guided me, without judgment. First of all, you don't find people that know you as a friend that would be like, oh my God, will you enough of this? And I don't even know this girl. And
I mean, it didn't. I think a little bit of empathy was required to, understand that you were going through a really tough time. And
yeah, but everybody, I'm
control.
sure. I don't know how you guys. Moving is stressful, no matter what. But again, there was layers upon what I was going through, and you didn't.
What makes you tearful?
Because having a home, but like finding a home, when you haven't had one in a long time and don't know how to go about getting it, it's freaking hard.
It is hard. Absolutely.
And
you're a mother.
Thank you.
And puts a lot more
My son is
responsibility.
everything to me, and I don't want to put him in this position, but I sure as heck didn't want him in what wasn't a home for a long time, even though it was easy. Didn't have to worry about a dog. I had it there. Didn't have to worry about rent. I don't give a crap. What I had to army crawl with, thank you, you were there with me. That's not home. And it was hard. And knowing that I was not knowing and persevering between all of that, I just can't wait till I could come home after it was, I haven't had a home and just not dread walking in the door.
Because Audrey shared with me that you also had a tough landlord, so the Airbnb hasn't been the most pleasant home either.
Like I said, this is not your normal situation, and for you to take that on is unbelievable. I went from getting out of a toxic situation, which it took years to do, into what I thought was, hey, this is an Airbnb, it's furnished, I don't have to disrupt that for right now. I was the one that had to do this, get my son, and then damn ass crazy landlord. I'm like, what the heck is this? So then I come out into the world, I'm doing the right thing. It took me army crawling out, and then I'm army crawling into this individual that is this, oh my, first thing, so you want any dating websites? I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God, what the hell did I get myself into? And so there was that.
You're just looking for a home, and then you're dealing with
home.
Yeah.
Safe space.
Safe space, no matter what it has, I'll go above and beyond, and it obviously has taken me, I don't care what, I made that step, and then there was this off the cliff, but,
yeah.
And I needed, just give me a hand up. I promise you, it won't.
It's. Did you give her a hand up?
Tried my damn.
Girl,
She wasn't giving you a hand up.
She had her foot. She's like, whoop. She threw me up on over there.
But this is what we do. This is a service we provide in trying to. People need help finding homes, like whether it's to rent, whether it's to buy, whether it's to sell, whatever it is. And I love the analogy. You just needed a hand up, but it's just a service we provide, and not ever doing it. We all go through it. We all need help and guidance when finding your first apartment, buying your first car, buying your first home, dealing with the application, finding it, because it's a process. And, one thing you picked up on is kind of getting an understanding of the application process, because it's competitive. What criteria do landlords look for? Is my criteria in line for meeting what is the standard in order to win in a very competitive rental market. And like, these are things, if you never rented or haven't rented in 18 years, you're not going to know what to expect going into it. So yeah, it's a service we provide, but you're not, excuse me as I'm spitting here, you're not someone who's, I don't know, when I listen to you, you make it sound like you're not competent of doing this. You're just in a new area of your life, and you're like, I need some help, man.
No,
like,
but what I said to her is like, I don't know. This is why you, the knowledge, like, again, like, is there something, and again, I hadn't done it in 18 years, and hopefully people coming up, or maybe there's something you could do. You had to take me along the process of, no, and then then you got to get the application in. It's like, no, you need to do it now. And then the application comes, and you're like, oh my, like, to have all those things that you need to know ahead of time, unfortunately, you had to take me through that as it's going on.
And you asked, before we started rolling the cameras, what is this? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, no shit.
And it's just because of what you just said. Because people don't know the process.
People don't know that. So you need to tell them.
Tell me the fucking process. What'd you do?
Yeah, because you don't want to put her through what I did. She took me through the process as the process is going.
So the process was, what did you do to Audrey? Why?
Well, where do you want to live? Where is
Explain the process.
I
Tell
think
her-
when I
tell
first
us
met
what you did
you
with Erin.
and we talked, I was like, this is a time is of the essence situation. You're obviously going through a lot right now. You don't have a lot of time. You work full time.
Yep.
You're, following your son around with all of his activities and making sure that he's experiencing as much happiness and hanging out with his friends as much as possible. And I could tell you were putting him first and forward, and you needed someone to help you figure out how to get out of the situation you were in with your Airbnb. So we spoke a little bit normal renter criteria. Where do you want to live?
You did a needs assessment, right?
And then
where does she want to live?
Yeah.
What's the
But
budget?
then what you're doing,
What does
what
she
everybody's
want?
doing, I was like, okay, you're looking, you're going online, and you're overwhelmed. You're like, okay, I could do this and that. I needed help. I'm living, but trying to find a place to live.
The first step is determining what you need, right?
Yeah, like what area you want to live in. I went all the way from this to that, but ultimately, where my son, goes to school and his friends.
We determined the budget.
Yeah, and
Right.
it grew
Yeah.
after that but I'm going on my, the process I'm going through. I go on what I could afford. I always have been. Like, I'm, may have been looking like a victim, but I'm going to be a boss. I'm going to make this happen. But in the end, in my situation of getting a divorce, I didn't put that. I said, this is what I'm taking care of my boy, and this is what I could do. And I've never lived beyond my means. Then we pushed it a little, and I realized, I'm in a good job, and they owe me more money, and I'm doing well. And
So you're learning to trust. This process helped you to start trusting yourself more.
yeah, and the fact that it really did.
That's great. What you thinking? You just left us for a minute there.
Well, first of all, I'm like blindsided by all this, but no, I'm not. I get it because I'm still emotional. I'm not, I'm going through all this, but.
Well, I appreciate you sharing this stuff because I hear how emotional it is.
You don't want to have to go through teaching like me step by step what it is, but you grab my hand and you're like, no, okay, and I would send you steps. She goes, okay, but then you put me on the compass thing, and I couldn't even how to get that because I forgot the password. I have so many damn passwords. I'm like, if I have to go through one more password, I can't forget. There's a lot to that, and you're just okay. Here, I'll just send you the link again.
But that's our job. And I think a lot of people have the idea that real estate is just sales, and it's a big part of that. We work in 100% commission, and there are a lot of real estate agents out there that just want a paycheck at the end of the day. I personally didn't go into this field for that. I went into it to help people. This is like to me and to I think majority of people out there, like your home is your sanctuary, and it's a huge investment, and it's where 99% of your money goes. But like 99% of the reason you work is to afford a home. Like you want to make sure that you're making a good choice there. And a lot of people don't know what they're doing. A lot of people don't have time to do it, and I would hope that if I reached out to someone and I entrusted them to help me find a home, they would extend the same patience and understanding and also knowledge so that I felt educated and safe in this decision.
Girl, you have found your niche, because let me tell you what. It's a hard thing to deal with because it's emotional, you know? But I will tell you now through this process, even renting for now, of course, it's early on and I just need to have this situation, in a process. But I'm already thinking like, okay, now of all the spaces and all the research that you took me through, I said, okay, I know I want you to look right here in this. And if there's something that comes up for sale in this area right here, let me know. So you have gotten it now. You have made me want to, okay, through this process, knowing the process, that is I know first that I would want you to always keep your ear out. I'll give you a break for a little bit. But I would be like, hey girls, or anything, just keep your ear out over this area, specifically right here, because once I get settled and we get this going on, and I mean obviously would want to buy, because rent is
It's expensive, isn't it?
Expensive.
It's expensive.
It'd be nice to get a return on that monthly payment.
And I'm not even, that's where you guys come in and know, the market's bad, this way. I don't know. I'm sure you'll walk me through that when I need it to, but you got me on for now.
Yeah.
Beautiful home with a fireplace.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I heard about the fireplace.
She's like, this girl.
Heard a lot about the
This girl
fireplace.
already has a dog that she has, and then also she says, well, there's one other little thing I would like, if it's possible, a fireplace. What are my son and I, it's just
Hypnotized.
It's our thing. I mean, a lot of people don't even use their fireplace, as I've seen. Like, we had to ask, does it work?
I don't think a single person in any of the units we went, they were like, yeah, but we've never used it.
Oh my gosh, it is the most zen thing you could possibly do.
It's one of them.
You're in Chicago. What are you doing in the night, You sit there, you just put a little, even if it's Duraflame, just throw that log up in there. And my son and I would always just sit there and like watch a movie. So people that don't use it, that was
Tragic.
another funny thing. She goes, I said, how do I have to deal with this girl? Dog. What's a damn fireplace? She's funny, I think. That's a fireplace. And light.
And light, natural
And
sunlight.
light. And bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But you make it sound like you were a pain in the ass. The reality is everybody has these types of wishes. Central AC, garage parking space, in-unit laundry. Like, these are things, the criteria. I want to be in a certain walking distance to an L-stop. The kid goes to this school. He has these activities over here. I want my work commute at a certain distance. This is all part of the process. And so we collect this data, and then ideally...
Well, it's better to be more
shooting with
specific.
the
I came in
flashlight.
like, I don't know. I just need a home.
No, yeah, you knew what you were
And then she
looking
pulled
for.
it out of me little by little. Yeah, kind of go in knowing.
And that's part of our job, and part of our job is then prepping you for the next step, which you talked about Audrey doing, right? What's the criteria for an application? How quickly we got to move?
Well,
with
that
an
application, like, someone needs to stop that. Someone needs to.
You guys had Audrey and I talked quite a bit about that landlord who you applied to and pseudo got accepted, and Audrey and I had a number of conversations about that.
That's not the norm. I mean,
That is not the norm.
Yeah.
Again, I went
That
through
is not the norm.
that's not the normal. That's not okay.
That's
Like
that
this
is
last
not
one
the
was.
norm.
That's what I expect. Okay, that either accepted or not. My credit score, blah blah blah. So that was a lot.
The latter was the norm, and it was a much healthier process. But it is you still got to move quickly. It is still very competitive. It is still very much on a landlord's market, and we don't see that changing anytime soon. Just as it's still a seller's market, and until those start to shift, it's always going to be super competitive. It's going to be expensive, and until you're ready to lay down roots for 3 years or so, it always makes sense to rent until you're ready to do something like that.
I think it was important in this, like,
transition stage.
the landlord, I know that's not yours is like, let's get them in a place. But man,
That landlord
I
was.
think part of your balance is not only your client, but the landlord or the owner.
Yep.
That's a bookend of bullshit. You're like, okay, I got this, and then, oh my God, like that one place we went into, I'm like, you got a lot to deal with. You got a lot to deal with. The fact that you came through the end and like through all that, I hope people treat you. I may have been emotional and like text you too much with questions, but I sure as hell hope people treat you with respect, regardless. I would never want anyone to like.
Yeah, it was never. I mean, you might paint yourself as a pain, but I never thought that was the case. The first, I think, situation we had when we had started applying, or the one place that we applied to, I mean, there was a lot going on there. And it was actually Mark who at the end, when I would come into the office and I was like,
There's something.
hey, there's something going on here.
Something ain't
Is
right.
this a little
Fucking
normal?
fire him.
Something
Fire him.
So I'm like, what the hell? And then why would I get? Then my senses are like, this is the same situation I'm trying to get out of. There's something not right with that. So, but again, you're trying. But I really wanted that space. But in the end, I'm like, I'm not going to date. No,
It wasn't right.
no, it wasn't. And then I had to pivot. It's like, okay, all right, we'll find something, and we did.
Understand better. I know you wanted to have that right.
No, because I couldn't get on my kayak to go down. So now I know I have another river spot that I want you to look for when I go to buy one.
You let me
You're
know.
all good.
I learned that too. I was like, wait, there's no way out. You have to go up and over. And now I'm right by the river, but I'm on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't, I wanted to ride my bike. You have to be north of Belmont. I'm like now like big on living on the river. But you couldn't get from there to there.
Yeah, you discovered a secret in the city that not everybody knows. Where is this river at?
Yeah, and it's like, well, then went kayaking down. I was like, okay.
But tell them where the river is at that you like.
By the North River,
By Rockwell and
Yeah,
Belmont and Diversey and.
I'm a big kayaker. I love riding riding my bike everywhere. So when I first saw that little by the river where George and then Wolk, where the other one was.
Subdivision.
Yeah, but that's over. You can't. It doesn't continue on there.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's like, oh, it's right on the river. This is great. Then I realized if you're north of Belmont, that's where you could ride your bike all the way. And I rode it all the way to Thillins, where my son practices baseball. I never knew that went all the way there. Rode my dang. I said, oh my gosh. And right along there, you see all these. And then we went kayaking, and you see all these homes there, little restaurants that were by. I discovered it right, behind Lane Tech is where you could get the kayaks, and you could go all the way up this way.
And that's the fun part about the search is you start to discover new neighborhoods, new areas, new secrets of the city that till you're exposed to it, you just don't know about.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So I have a nice little zone now, but I'm glad because that was not the right thing, and now it is. Light. I need light in my new home, and it's happening.
When's our move-in day?
September 1st. So a week. Hi. Guys want to help? What are you doing? Oh, please. She's like, girl. I draw the line at that.
So do you have movers? But we do give
No.
out resources. Do you need movers?
Well,
do you
for
have a lot of stuff to
I
move?
need
You're in
furniture
Indiana.
because,
Okay.
and if you have any, because what I did was left all of my stuff
So
to benefit my son to not disrupt him.
So you need to furnish the apartment.
Yes.
Have you started that process?
Not yet, because all I have and all my son ever needs, and I was like, you know what I have? I have a big old king blow-up size mattress, an area rug, some giant pillows, and that's what I know for now. And until I get into measure, I mean, I have get the measurements in and all that stuff, but he could probably need I have his bedroom stuff. He needs to have his PS5. I'd have a TV.
So we have stuff for his bedroom. You have a mattress, but we need like a
I have
couch, a
everything.
table.
It's all, yeah. I have, everything. Starting fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And to me, I could build a living room like my son is just like me with bean bags until we figure it out. But starting fresh,
So,
absolutely fresh.
Do you need us to maybe create a few posts and rally up some stuff for you?
Yes. Whoa, you do that? Oh, we need to start that right now. Let's go.
I'll call Miss Tisher. Miss Tisher. Miss Tisher can make shit happen.
Oh, absolute. So, knowing her, she just wants to redo her whole house like once.
You know,
She decorates. Her place is amazing.
The place is amazing, but she's just resourceful with community resources, and let's see what we can figure out.
Yeah, because it's. I'm actually looking forward to. You think someone's like, oh, I have to have this. No, I am. The home is there. I'm gonna walk in and be safe and comfortable. My son is, it's
You need some.
gonna be the piece that I wanted, and furniture will come. That's true. No,
All
but
right,
seriously.
all right.
In the back.
No, but any help or any, everybody's like, I don't want to go, oh God, the room. I'm not doing Wayfair. Well, you're not sponsored by Wayfair. If you come and put it together for me. No, I don't. I want it to just, here's what I like. There it is.
But do you have budget to go buy some furniture for yourself, or
Yeah.
do you? Oh, all right, all
Yeah.
right, all right, all right.
I'm not going to penny mustard furniture.
Right.
I'm paying $5,000 on a couch.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Not today, when I have to furnish the whole thing. But
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely, I look for, and I love eclectic things. It doesn't have to be from it could be.
Facebook Marketplace. It's
Oh
my entire apartment.
my gosh!
My entire apartment.
Woo, retro. What is it? Yeah, I like all that.
People are getting a little crazy with it nowadays, I feel like, because it's
Everyone so
people are,
likes it now.
monopolizing.
Yes.
But people, I think during COVID there was like the big push where people were buying like cheaper furniture that was actually worth a lot of money, just needs some work put into it.
Yeah.
I feel like that became so many people's hobby
Yeah.
during COVID. So now it's like, I think things on Facebook are a little bit too expensive, but you still find some goodies in
Yeah.
there.
No, I'm not about has to be right off the. I like something with a little character.
And
Yeah.
Wayfair and Target is perfect for filling out your kitchen with silverware and
Oh,
dishes
God. Oh,
and pots
absolutely.
and pans. and-
Home Goods, even Burlington Coat Factory, they have a home like pillows and all that stuff. Yes,
all
but
right.
I have
You got it going on.
yeah.
All
Find the little things that accents I could get, but like a couch, all that other stuff. Couch, area rugs,
Some
accents.
artwork.
Area rugs are very important to accent, bring the whole room together. That's a lot of fun. So
Well, we appreciate you doing this. You're a little skeptical when you sat down with me, but
yeah. Well,
you-
now that if
talked through
you
it,
tell me
figured
now,
it-
I
you figured
figure out what the
it's
hell
about.
this is. Then I could come back and have a little oh,
All right,
bring me
all right.
back. I'll know what the hell I'm doing.
We did just kind of throw Erin into this, like.
You absolutely. You open up the door and she's like, "Hey," I'm like,
And I'm curious, what do we go by? Do we go by Erin Ball?
"No, Erin Carman." That's.
Wow, this is the most clear you've been on
Oh,
anything.
I mean, that's my name. That's yeah.
All right.
That's what I go by. That's who I am. You don't need to do that legal business. Don't make me unless I need to fill out another goddamn application. She slides one over.
No more application.
All right. Listen, we appreciate you.
Oh
Take
my
the time to
gosh!
do this.
I appreciate you so much,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
You are my angel. I mean it, and I can't say enough.
I'm just
really
happy you
can't.
have a place, a really great place, and we found it. And when it happened, it felt like everything just kind of fell into exactly where it should be. And
Yeah, but you went up and down all around, and you know,
it was
dealt
fun.
with it.
I had fun.
So when you got some new broadcaster coming in the office at the radio station, he doesn't know where the hell he's gonna live or she's gonna live, I'll call my girl.
Oh, no doubt about it. It's not even that; it's half the listeners.
Yeah.
I got you. And they're gonna.
Appreciate it. We're here to help everyone and anyone.
Yes.
So.
Oh man, it's all about the people that help you out when your own family won't. I don't ever forget that shit. I don't forget that shit. Trust this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Thank you.